Hey y'all, hey, Neen Feels Her Feels. How y'all doing on this Wednesday hump day? Good, 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 good. So, on the radio this morning on the Breakfast Club, they was talking about, the topic was, can you be married to someone and you guys live in different homes? Envy said no. He said he likes being in the house with his wife, and if we miserable, we're gonna be miserable together. Charlemagne pretty much said the same thing. Now, now, we're going off of what our environment was, um, for the most part. Uh, I would say in my family, it wasn't like that. Um, well, no, they just got divorced. You know what I'm saying? They just got divorced. Um, it was so tumultuous. It was so much turmoil between my mother and my father that I was even happy as a 7-year old that they got divorced. You feel me? I was like, woo, thank y'all, because y'all doing too much. But little did I know, I should have went with my daddy then. Um, because my mom, she kind of dropped the ball a bit. Anyways, um, I don't know. I just think that's just like southern, roots of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to say, I don't care where me and my ex-husband end up, or who we end up with. Well, no, it is a who we end up with. I'm a little bit more particular at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waste my time with anybody. He, on the other hand, was, long as this chick allows me to still be me and do me how I do me, and she quiet, she good with him. So, but however, he still did things for me. We still bought each other Christmas gifts after the divorce, I had a whole baby. And what did he do? Step up as that child's father figure to the day that God called him home last year. So, but when we were married, bro, I didn't say separate houses, but definitely separate rooms. Like, for real, because a man's decor is nothing. Nothing. A pillow, blanket, and they shit all over the place. That's how men like to roll sometimes. And then sometimes you find men that know how to clean up behind themselves. Um or join in the keeping up of the home, all rooms included. But my thing was to have separate rooms because I wanted to have the girly pillows, the nice fluffy blanket, and all of that zen atmosphere, calm thing, right? Whereas okay, this is, and then this happened too. We got to the point to where he wanted to sleep with the TV on. I couldn't go to sleep unless the TV was off. See, that's how you gonna be doing like that. So it came to a point to where he would sleep out in the living room, or he would not sleep out in the living room, but just stay out there until he's ready to come to bed or whatever. And that allows me to go ahead and fall asleep. And then if he needs to come in the room and turn the TV on at that point, that's what he would do. Gosh, that would get on my damn nerves. So, separate rooms, of course. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because DJ Envy and Charlemagne said, "No, I love being in the same home with my spouse." Right? Okay, cool. You may like it, but I bet you for sure as shit you got a man cave, my nigga, and she got a sheet shed. Everybody's got their own space. Got an office. Got anything that could be categorized as mine. Just mine. And especially when you have children, nothing's yours. Absolutely nothing is just yours anymore. My God. Okay, yeah, we're ranting this morning because my 8-year-old, oh my goodness, everything I have, I got an iPad, he is our iPad. I get my phone, it's our phone. Everything I have is ours. It's ours, it's ours. My room is the warmest. hey, shitty windows in this apartment. So what we do in the wintertime, what he feels he needs to do is come, bro, you got thicker skin. Go get in that room. Bundle up. You'll be all right. So the whole point is, and then like back in the day, and what I know from my experience growing up is that you would have people that would divorce and the husband would still come over and cut the grass, or she that our one of our elders that we've seen along the way always had that ex-husband or something that would still come through for whatever reason, even if it was just to talk. Because what you have to understand too is that when you're in a union, when you're with someone, that's the person that you confide in. That's the person that you chit chat with. That's the person that you talk shit about other people with. That's okay. So when me and my ex husband got divorced, we still were that for each other because we couldn't go to anybody else and talk about the bullshit. I missed his conversations. He used to call me on his break because he was a bus driver, school bus driver. So he would call me and we would kiki about this, that, and the other. He would send me photos of clothes that he about to put on. Oh my God, if y'all saw his Facebook, man, he got them pictures that do the 3D thing. So cool. So cool, man. He's also got a video on here. So one of the things he did, when he got his newer Lincoln, I guess somebody wanted him to be in a music video. So he's in the music video. I want to try to find it because I want to review it. At the time, I was like, this nigga is out his mind. We is too old for this shit. Why the hell is you out with these young folk doing this? But I'm glad the fact of the matter is, in the bottom line, I knew, I could see what my ex-husband was going through. He never forgave himself for some of the things that had went on. Or he never, it was just a bunch of things, just life, right? So life was taking him down, and I could tell. And I would be like, look, you need to be on this, you need to be on that. He was warned, he was told, he was, it was all those things. We get those warnings, and we ignore them. Our bodies start to tell us that it's time to see about it. For some odd reason, I don't know. I didn't go to the doctor much. I went to the doctors like when I was having kids and stuff. But, I felt like I was kind of like that old man to myself, being a female that don't like to go to the doctor. Like, I'm cool. Give me some Tussin. I'll be straight. Give me a Motrin. I'm good. And God said, no, we gotta stop this. And I don't know what for, but I know I have a purpose. That I do know. And people that are of the world, people that money is their God, cannot understand where I'm coming from at all. My ex-husband even told me when I had stopped drinking, I was like, no, I can't. How am I gonna work? My hands are doing this, my feet are doing this, and they didn't stop. It's not stopping. I don't know what to do, and I just didn't know what to do. And so, you know what he told me to do? And see, this is wild. Why would I continue to keep myself in something like this? He told me, well, you need to get back to drinking then, so I could get back to whoever I was before I stopped drinking. However, my kids had let me know that, I don't know, for them, my attitude was bad. For me, I'm like, yeah. They was like, man, mama, you would cuss us out and then get up the next morning and want to take us somewhere or some shit. And we be looking at you like, bitch, you just cussed us out last night. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I do recall some of those things, but some stuff they say I don't remember, and I don't remember because I'm like, okay, it was not like that, but they like, yes, it was. So, anyways, that was just what it was when we were growing up. There were just, relationships like that just didn't end, all the way. It's always easier, it seems, for a man to move on because they don't like to deal with anything and they don't like to take accountability. Now, another thing my ex-husband had said when his girlfriend had broke up with him or whatever, he gonna say, well, at least I can say y'all left me. Nigga. But when we compare notes, we both left you for the same thing. So which means you didn't learn anything. So I don't know. But yeah, separate homes, I mean, and be married, I would say I would need to be in the same house because I need somebody that's going to be there for me to protect me and keep me secure, even though I know that I am protected and I am secure. Um, but to just have that extra, you know. So, that was that. And, and then the next topic is Trump wanting to take over the voting, um, which I still am not clear on what that entails. Like, what does nationalizing voting mean? Like, so do they get to take votes out? Shit, they already been doing that. They've been having dead people vote. You know what I'm saying? People been gone. Been gone. Done voted for something. Wow, Sway. How? How they voting in the 2008 election, the 2000 whatever election, but they died in 1985. I got questions. United States of America. We always got to be claiming that we love America. Why? Why do we love the ground? We love the earth. We love the thing that we are in. We love that. But I don't know. Like, I don't understand what the nationalizing voting means. What does that mean? Does that mean that we don't have to vote anymore and he just gonna be president forever? Or what? But I'm gonna tell you this. I I have not been given a shit to vote. Oh, okay, another topic. Voting, yes. But I am intrigued to vote in the midterm elections and to try to get the house as blue as we can just to get away from this. Whatever it is, yeah, both sides, but do we have a third option? No, we don't. No, we don't. And if we really look at it, we need to see who is actually the people running this world. Who's actually running the world? I want to know that. I want to know all the way down to the nitty mother freaking gritty. Who is running this world? Because there's money running this world. And everybody that runs this world runs on money. Runs with the money, wherever the money is, and the damn us. But I think they had said that somebody had made the statement to turn over your voting things in Minnesota and we'll get rid of ICE. What? What the freak does that have to do with y'all shooting people down in the streets? For whatever reason. You trying to change you're taking voters away. How many can we count that's done died in Minnesota? That's 3 votes right there. And then they deported a whole lot. They took a whole lot of people out of there. But if they undocumented, they ain't voting anyway. Look, the fact of the matter is, folks need to come over here properly. That's it. We welcome all. All should be welcome to the United States of America, right? Just like we should be able to go to any other country. But we can't when we want to. Like we can't. There's certain parts of Vietnam that we can't go to. There's certain parts of the Amazon that we can't go to. Well, that's because the people, the indigenous folks that live there will shoot shit out your ass with bow with a, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even want to mess around. I'm just saying. Other countries make it challenging to come into there, and they have rules. Is everybody following the rules of the United States of the Americas? Is everybody following the rules that come into the United States of America? If you bring in folk, they ain't got no papers. Look, we all are documented, okay? We all have been wrangled into the system. We all have been given a social security number. We're all a part of the system already. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You can't move around in the system and not be a part of the system. We're all a part of the system. Since the beginning of time, we're a part of the system. We're a part of this portion of whatever this is. If it's the end, I don't really know what that means. I don't. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means in totality. In totality, you know. I don't know. They say this the end of the world. Okay. Well, decisions and things that are made on all of our behalves is what make it the end of the world. Us not following the rules is what make it the end of the world. God is upset with us. He loves us, but upset with us because of the choices that we make and the lack of accountability that we have. We have a lack of accountability in this world. Nobody accounts for the things that they do. And you cannot account all you want to, but you still, maybe that's why they don't account for it, because they still gonna pay for it anyway. All dirt, any misdealings, any miswrongs, anything that you have done in this world to any other being, entity, whatever, you still have to stand judgment for that particular act, whatever it is. We can go down the list. But we have to start with ourselves. Michael Jackson said it best, man in the mirror, you gotta change. You have to change. Change is inevitable. We have to change. I think I might be having a hard time changing, but I think that, I'm prayerful and I'm hopeful that taking the steps to get in group therapy, get in a therapy, understanding the Word of God. Understanding the Word of God. And then I also wanted to discuss money being folks' gods. We had to get it. Our parents had to get it. And by any means necessary. To feel like to be accepted. I had to be dressed we had to be dressed a particular way, or if we weren't dressed right, we didn't go to church, or if we gotta go out, we gotta show our best selves. We can't have a down day. We can't, you know what I'm saying, we gotta have the flashy cars, or we got to keep up with the Joneses. That's what the 80s and 90s were, keeping up with the Joneses. Right? And it is just a cycle. Like, so we want to talk shit Oh my God, the young girls and the older guys and the older guys, and look at all the pictures and shit like that from the 90s. Nigga, do you know that shit was normal? Okay, so now we say that it's wrong. Okay, it's wrong for y'all generation. You are correct. You are correct. You guys don't, you move greasy. You move greasy. Especially with the introduction of social media, y'all move greasy. So yes, that ain't for you. You ain't about that life. You ain't about no life that whole had nothing. You ain't about no life. You ain't about no rob no bank life. None of y'all. My daddy robbed a bank. Alright? Served about 4 years for that. You know what I'm saying? That's some gangster shit. What would y'all do? What y'all gonna what y'all done did? What y'all done did? You do what you have to do. You did what you had to do. And our whole thing as black people was the white folks look down on us so hard. They hate us. And we still need to figure out why. They need to figure out why. They need to how though? How can they figure it out? Do they have, and they got, you know what? Y'all got your elders. Ask them. How did they come to hate black folks when we ain't doing nothing but trying to live in this world just as any other white folk? Why did it have to be competing, a competition? Even in the black community, it's a competition. All of that is sinful. We understand that. I mean, not being competitive is not sinful, but chasing the competitiveness. You know, as far as, again, keeping up with the Joneses, buying shit that you know you can't afford, getting yourself caught up. Now, that's a thing that happened in our generation as well. You guys may be in your 20s now, don't have to deal with that. Why don't you have to deal with that? Maybe because whoever birthed you learned something of what not to do, right? All we can do is learn of what not to do. But if we weren't given the tools to handle this world, we weren't given the tools. I will say, I wasn't given all the tools. Hustle, that's the only tool, but I never got it. I've never been a hustler. Right now, I'm not a hustler. I don't know what, I don't know. God keeps me together. I don't know, you know, and it may be the God that's in my child, my daughter, you know what I'm saying? She rides for me as she knew that I rode for her. So she will never leave me out in no type of way. So in that regard, I am thankful, right? But if it wasn't going to be her, I was going to be all right during this time of me trying to figure it out. I was going to be all right because I believe in my God, right? Shit. I don't know. I forgot. That's been happening a lot more lately. Is that, well, not a lot more, but it's like I'm trying to talk and then I think I might need to start, like making a little quick list so I know which topics that I want to stay on. Because, child, I'll be all over the place. So I'm going to end this video, but the radio topic intrigued me in the car, so I figured I'd come in here and share it with you guys and my experience of being a married person and just wanting my own space. That's all. And anybody married that say they like staying in their house with their spouse, I'm going to tell you this shit. You got a she shed and a man cave. You're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me you ain't got your own space in that house. Stop playing. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.